This morning, we have an expression of praise. So Lee, you can come and get set up. So as I said, praise is something that can take many different forms, and praise can come for many different reasons. And it's wonderful that Lee Bakir has found himself praising God for the blessings that God has given in Lee's life. And I know Lee's going to say a few words about that as well. But here's a wonderful example of someone expressing their praise. So Lee, take it away.
Is this on? Okay? All right. I often get tongue-tied when I have to speak in front of people, so I wrote things down. Start off with, good morning, brothers and sisters, which you all are, and that's what makes me not afraid of being up here, is because I know you're all my brothers and sisters. So I just want to take a moment to share something very personal, something that began as a simple poem years ago, and now it transformed itself into a song. I wrote here, it's kind of a testimonial of faith, but it is not kind of, but it is testimonial of my faith. And I want to share it with all of you. The song is about a guy who heard God's voice speaking to him, calling him to spread the message of Jesus. The guy wasn't rich, he didn't have a lot of resources, but what he did have was a heart and willing, was a heart that was willing. The man knew that he had something much more valuable to give, which was his time. And through that, he discovered the beauty of giving, of volunteering, and of helping others. It's a story that reminds me, and I hope that it reminds all of you here, that we are all capable of contributing to God's work, no matter where we come from, or how much or how little we have. It's about being open to hearing that voice, that calling, and responding in whatever way that we can. We might not all have wealth, but we all have time, and we all have the ability to share Christ's love with the world. Sometimes the most meaningful gifts are not those that come from our wallet, but those that come from our heart. I believe that God calls each one of us to invest in making this world a better place. And one of the simplest yet most thoughtful ways that we can do this is by offering our time, our hands, and our hearts to those in need. Whether it's helping here at the Blawenburg Reformed Church, which I'm sure that Dave Cochran will be asking for volunteers later on during announcements, or volunteering in the community, or just being a good ear for someone who's struggling, or spreading kindness. We are all equipped to serve in our own unique way. The song is not just about one man's story, but it's a reminder that we are all capable of hearing and responding to God's call. Laura was supposed to be here today. She let me know that she was feeling a little under the weather, and she has a sore throat. She tested a few times negative for COVID, so that's okay. But she decided to stay home just in case, which is fine. But she was going to be singing with me, so what I have here, I'm just going to continue reading so I don't get tongue-tied. So as Laura and I shared this song with you today, I hope that it speaks to you as much as it has to me. Let it be a reminder that you don't need to be rich, strong, or powerful to make a difference. You just need to be willing. And just a heads up that the lyrics that are printed in the bulletins, if you're following along with the words, are going to be a little bit different from what I'm singing here today. Also, I wanted to give a huge thank you to Laura, which I'm sure is on Zoom right now, not only for learning the song with me in less than 10 days, but also she gave me the encouragement to do something that I've never done in my life, and that's being here now and singing. I have never sang in my life other than to myself in a room with, with closed doors. So I thank Laura for that support. And I thank all of you for allowing me to share this with you. And may we all continue to serve God and one another with open hearts. And just one more thing that I wanted to say before I start taking so much time. When we had the Epiphany star, my first star several years ago was confidence. I now have that. I would not be able to be here and just to talk in front of an open mic. So I got my confidence. My other word, most recent word, was affirmation. I didn't get it. I'd look at it once in a while, and I said, I don't, what am I supposed to do, affirmation? And then as I was putting this poem to words, that's when it occurred to me that, yeah, this testimony that I'm doing, this is my affirmation. So, so that's it. Thank you. And I hope that Pastor Jeff's dog across the street, Raleigh, doesn't howl with my singing. And please bear with it. Thank you. So. A humble man with little gold received the task that God foretold. Though bound to chair, he found his way, for God had plans that he'd obey. To spread the word of Jesus' love, a mission sent from God above. With hands to help and heart to share, he found his purpose everywhere. His message comes to those who seek, with open hearts and spirits meek. Just listen close, his voice is near, his purpose shines when hearts are clear. He volunteered where others fled and offered hope where tears were shed. No coin to give, no wealth to share, but in his heart God's love was there. He spoke of Christ and the gentle King, and helped the lost on broken wing. For in his deeds, both small and grand, he saw the work of God's own hand. His message comes to those who seek, with open hands and spirits meek. Just listen close, his voice is near, your purpose shines when hearts are clear. Now, in his journey through each day, he follows Christ in every way. Though wheels may turn instead of feet, he brings the world God's love so sweet. For though his purse is empty still, his heart is rich with heaven's will. He knows his purpose clear and true, to make the world like heaven's view. His message comes to those who seek, with open minds and spirits meek. Just listen close, his voice is near, your purpose shines when hearts are clear. All Christians have a call to bear, a mission from our Savior dear. God's voice will guide us day by day, if we but listen, trust and pray. No wealth we need, just hearts of grace, to spread his love in every place. For in his service we will find a purpose clear, our paths aligned. Thank you.
That was wonderful, a wonderful example of testimony. And so if anyone else ever feels so motivated to share a testimony of how God has worked in their lives, if you have an expression of that, a poem, a song, or if you just want to on a Sunday morning share a story, please know everyone is invited. I would be thrilled to give others a chance to share their testimonies as well. Now in our service is a time